We greatly appreciate your visit. We are happy to share this message with you. We hope you find what you're looking for and that love overflows in your life. May God be with you and bless you today and always. She was living a tragedy foretold because she couldn't break free from within herself, a consent that was destructive and that had caused a kind of dependence in her. Yes, because we even become dependent on what is bad. Look, I've seen this. With a person who uses cocaine, for example, they know that cocaine destroys. And yet, they can't say no to the cocaine addiction. Yes, we can become addicted to people in the same way as a person addicted to cocaine. A dependence is created within a mind that is so narrow, so dangerous, so vigorous. That's what living in slavery is like. That can lead to death. We saw, for example, that couple, the girl who was thrown from the building, right? All the security cameras in the building showed the man's aggression, that cruelty, that cowardice. Then you hear from the family that he wasn't a violent guy. It's very difficult for us because we are talking about a situation based on images that were shown to us, and there is no sweet person, no loving person. There is no person who engages in dialogue. There's an extremely aggressive man now. And what did this couple experience before that night of the murder? How was that relationship? Did parents, mothers, siblings, friends have access to the feelings of that young woman? The feelings of that young man? Because we were raised in the countryside, and the story took place in Guarapuava, right? We have so much access to each other. We're even called gossips because of that, aren't we? That's how it is in the countryside. In big cities, people are more deluded, but not in the countryside. In the countryside, we know a little more about each other's lives. And do you know what the big problem is? When we realize that there is slavery, that there is suffering, and we don't make a move towards liberation because we have to intervene, yes. If we know that someone is living in a process of slavery, it is our obligation to go there lovingly through people who can have access and offer help in the same way that these men shouted to Bartimaeus, unlike the first ones who told him to be quiet. The second one saying, "Courage, get up, come, I'm calling you." I went into the life of that girl who gave me access. By telling me her story, I played a little of that second role. Courage, get up. What will solve your life? It's not fair that you're heading towards marriage, knowing that you've already identified that this man had nothing, and that it's no use just packing your bags. Marriage doesn't work with only one party loving. Marriage is already difficult, even with both parties loving each other. But when only one, in this case, it's already ruined you. So the cloak. Sometimes we wrap ourselves in this foul cloak of slavery, and we think it's the only thing we deserve to have. Sometimes it's the only comfort we think we deserve. No, you deserve much more, and you just need to have the courage to judge it, to let go of it, to suffer the consequences of letting go. Because even those who hurt us, we miss them. I was telling her this. "Father, but I don't know how to live without him," she said. "I know you don't know how to live without him. But from the moment you distance yourself and experience the suffering of the breakup, you will identify that the best thing in life is to live without him. You don't know how to live without him. You think you're going to suffer a lot. It's because you're still wrapped in a cloak of discomfort that you think it's the only thing you deserve. The moment you let go of this cloak and let it fall and start walking toward the one who heals you, because God doesn't abandon us, my friends, put that in your head. If you make a decision that is favorable to you, God will not abandon you. He will be by your side to help you overcome the pain of each day, because only afterwards, when we disobey the group that tells us to be silent and obey the group that tells us to walk, that we remove the cloak, that we reach the cure for our blindness. Then, yes, the scales fall from our eyes, as the scales fell from Bartimaeus' eyes. Then you look back and say, "My God, how did I manage to live like that?" Yes, because I think that's exactly what happened. My struggle, after a while, already accustomed to that slavery by the roadside, the inability to see, to be reduced to being a worm, man, to have that cloak, a metaphor for so many things, so many miseries, with which we become accustomed. After he overcomes this process, the 3 stages, not obeying the voices that told him to be quiet, obeying the voices that told him to walk, to get up, removing the cloak, and standing before Jesus. And hearing the question, Bartimaeus, "What do you want to do for you?" It will be something. He could very well have asked, "Take over. Make me rich. The richest blind man." No, when we are in our misery, we don't have time to ask for a superfan. We see exactly what we need. This is a very big conflict that I have. And sometimes when we pray, we ask God for what we want, when in reality, the honest thing would be to ask for what we need. I certainly hit rock bottom. I wanted many other things. I wanted wealth. I wanted power. I wanted chicken. But at that moment, Jesus' question goes to the heart of his need, "Lord, that I may see." Because if I see, if I regain my sight, I will be able to understand all this, what I have seen, what I have experienced until today. And I will be able to go and seek what I did not seek during the time I was paralyzed here. And then the miracle happens. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now. Just tap the icon right here next to it. Activate the bell notifications to receive an alert every time a new message is published. Stay with God and see you soon.